Well, it's been a minute. My name's Chanel Nicole. This is at Nicole's Place, and this is Wednesday Talk. I figured I have not done this in a while. It's a long overdue. I haven't spoke, and I kind of miss it a little bit. I miss speaking to people. I wish there was an audience. We could have what, like a TED Talk, a Chanel Wednesday Talk, my version of it, my own. Maybe one day I'll be able to do some motivational speaking events. That would be awesome. But let me stop moving because I'm shaking the table. New setting a little bit. I was doing some filming. And since I was here already trying to take care of some business, I was like, well, you know what? Let's just have a discussion. Let's go ahead and get in and have a discussion. I was thinking lately, because I just recently had an experience that I thought was kind of interesting. The dating world is something else. It's something else. I'm going to be 39 tomorrow. I can't believe it. Um, I'm thankful for my life. I am in a season where I would desire to be with somebody else. But this situation just got me to thinking and asking myself, who am I? It's a question I ask often. Ever since my daughter was born, I began asking her a series of questions. In the beginning, it was things like, what's your name? How old are you? What's our phone number? What's our address? Since she was 2 years old. How do you get out of the car seat? Disclosure. I taught her how to get out of the car seat just in case there was an emergency and she needed to be able to get out of the seat and I couldn't get to her. So you have to make that decision based on your own children, how that works for you and your household. Safety first, y'all. Let me just put that disclaimer. So it's just a series of questions. And then as she got older, I began to ask her different things. I began to ask her, Nevaeh, who are you? And she would say, I don't know. In the beginning, she would say, I don't know. Because of course you're a kid. You don't know who you are. You're learning. You're going through life and you're developing, and she's still young. She's just a kid. She's 9. But I still ask her because I want her to think about these things. What type of person are you? Who are you? What do you like? What do you dislike? And so because of this situation, it kind of made me reflect about that again, of asking, who am I? What do I like? What am I willing to accept? What am I not going to accept? And in this experience, I literally had just met this person, maybe just a few days, and they began to excessively, when I say excessive, I mean excessively, tell me how much they liked me. And I'm a big person, I'm old school when it comes to dating. I think courting is important. And yes, I do think a man should be vocal. And I do think, um, what am I trying to say? I do think a man should be vocal. And I also think that that should be followed up with action. Action is more important to me because you can say whatever you want to say. That does not mean that that is what's within your heart. If your actions are not following up with that, then there's a problem. And so in this case, the person was doing this on day one, very excessive, and like repeatedly asking me the same questions to the point where it was making me feel uncomfortable. And because to me, it didn't feel genuine. I was like, you don't know me. You don't know me enough to say that you like me. What does that mean to you to like me? Yes, you might see me and be physically attracted to me. Yes, you might see that I have a good vibe. There's things we can pick up in the beginning. Yes. But when it's excessive and it doesn't feel right, don't push past that. So I didn't say anything at first. I waited. I was like, let's see, how this plays out. Maybe it's just nerves, because it could be that too. Hey, you, Tiger, don't steal stuff. We don't steal stuff in this house. That's my cat. It's like, pause. Let's start that again. So I'm not editing. That's a real moment there. I'll help him out later. So where was I at? I can't remember where I was now. Anyway, so I waited. That's where I was. I waited and I was like, let's just see how this plays out. Maybe it's nerves because I get nervous too. And there's sometimes I feel uncomfortable or a person may give me butterflies. I haven't felt that in a long time um, for somebody. And so I was like, let's wait. Then like a day or two passes and they still just, I really like you very much. I just really like you very much. And I really think that we're going to connect and we're going to vibe and we're going to get along because I like you so much. This is how it was. But there wasn't asking me questions. They talked a lot, and I talked because I'm not going to be silent, but it wasn't them inquiring because they like me so much that they want to know about me and genuinely get to know me as a person, to get close to me, to get to know what things I like or don't like. So finally, I said something. I said, I was like, you should just relax. I was like, you should calm me. And I wasn't rude about it at all because I think that that's very important. You cannot, don't just shut down a man either and punch him in the gut. You have to have some wisdom, ladies. So I just basically said, it's making me feel a little uncomfortable. I was like, you should just relax and I'm a more free life, free living, free spirit, like go with the flow type of personality. I'm real chill and laid back. I'm also funny and all those things as well too. But in this scenario, I was just telling them I'm just real laid back and I'm more like go with the flow, let things happen naturally and follow through with your actions. And they responded and said, what did they say exactly? They said, something along the lines of, okay, young lady, or I was okay, just young lady. I just wanted to tell you I just wanted to speak what was on my mind. But I could tell by the tone of the message that they didn't like what I said. So I left it alone. I left it alone. And uh, a day passed, and then they reached out again, and now we're on the phone. So now you can hear tones and text message is different. You can have misunderstanding via text message, but on the phone, you can actually hear a tone of somebody if they're upset or so the conversation's going normal conversation like normal people and then trying to get to know you type of thing. And then they said, so why did you try to check me the other day when I told you I liked you? What? I was like, I basically let them know that I was already aware that they probably didn't like what I said, that that was not my intention, that I'm a vocal person and that I was just trying to express how I was feeling and just let them know that it was kind of making me uncomfortable. Um, and their actions will show me if they like me and that it wasn't my intention to make them feel like I was checking them. I was just trying to be honest. And they basically told me, well, you're just going to have to accept the fact that I'm telling you I like you. And I was like, I'm telling you that it's making me feel uncomfortable and that I just want you to be natural too. And there were some other red flags too. So, and I'm not going into all those details as well, but there were other red flags as well leading up to this. And then this was like the last thing. But this is why it's important to have discernment, to have a relationship with the Lord, because I was already seeing some things that I was like, I don't know how this is going to work. But I also wanted to be open. I didn't want to instantly just reject. I wanted to hear from the Lord, get an understanding, pray about it, those type of things. See if I'm just in my own feelings. Is this me or am I picking up on something? So then when this happened, I was like, oh, okay, no, this is not going to work. And I was just like, I don't have an issue with you telling me you like me, but it's excessive. It's excessive, and so therefore, it's making me feel a little uncomfortable. And I also desire to engage with somebody that also hears what I'm saying to them and can adjust as well. It's got to be tit for tat. They have to. There are certain things that you're going to have to adjust to as a person, and that person's going to have to adjust to. But that doesn't mean you lose who you are. Often in relationships as women, we, especially once we get married, we forget about ourselves. Everybody else is the first priority, which is important. I'm not knocking that you're supposed to take care of your household, but you cannot forget about yourself. You can't lose yourself in the process. You can't lose what you like and what you dislike. You can't lose your quality time. If I had to give anybody any advice, if I was asked and they wanted to hear it, I would say make sure that you still set time aside for yourself, that you take yourself to the movies, that you go and get your nails done if that's what you like to do, or go get your hair done, even if it's just to go sit down and have a cup of coffee or a cup of tea, if that's what you enjoy. You need that quiet time, because if you're not 100%, you can't be 100% for your family. If you're feeling depleted and down and depressed and sad, overworked and overwhelmed, especially if you work outside of the home and in the home, you can't be 100% for your family. So make sure that you're taking care of yourself. Make sure you're asking yourself, who am I? Because nobody else can ask you that except for yourself. Nobody can answer. Nobody else can answer that except for yourself. So I just thought it was just an interesting topic to engage in. This whole process has been very interesting. I have not had success, but that's all right. I'm a unique character. God has made me special. And when the timing is right, he'll send me who I'm supposed to be sent, if that's in his will. But I just thought it was a good story to share, because I know people out there are probably going through this whole dating game and they're like, I'm done. I'd rather be single, because it's hard out here in these streets. But I'll be getting back to gardening. I know I haven't shared that many videos. It's been more cooking. I've been doing like 15-second cooking videos. Oh, my cell phone's on. Um, and I did do a post a video last week. So, but I've been so busy. I've been cooking. I've been taking care of my daughter. I've been having meetings here and there, trying to do my entrepreneur thing. So things have been kind of crazy, and hopefully they will calm down soon. If you follow me on Instagram or Facebook, I do still post updates there. So make sure that you are following me there on both of those locations. It's at Nicole's Place on Facebook and Nicole's Place 805 on Instagram. So don't miss out, because I might announce that I might not post a video and you wouldn't know if you don't follow me. So I appreciate all the new subscribers. I have seen that there's been some new subscribers that have come to my channel. I appreciate you. Thank you for thank you for subscribing. Make sure that you comment, because I do read the comments. Hit the like button and hit the notification bell so that you can know when I'm going to post a video. So I thank you for this time. Thank you for listening to me, and I will talk to you soon. I'm out.